one of the legends of Indian cinema. Put your hands together for Boney Kapoor.
Bengal is a land of tigers. We've had several players from Bengal who were tigers, starting from Pankaj Roy, and of course, who can forget Saurabh. So these are tigers we remember, and that's the reason this name for the franchise is very, very appropriate, Bengal Tigers. It's another thing that we've not won the championship so far, but I hope, and I still have hope that we will, maybe this year, maybe the coming year. I've never been disappointed with failure, because failure is part of everybody's life. Whether it's cricket, whether it's football, whether it's filmmaking, whatever. I mean, whatever you do in life, there are ups and downs. And there's nothing wrong when there's a downward. There's nothing wrong when you lose a game. And there's nothing wrong, at least I feel, it has motivated me to come back stronger. And I'm sure my teammates, my team players feel the same. And I'm sure this year we will come out trumps. I would be happy if we can win it. If we don't, bad luck probably the next year. Because the enthusiasm is the same. I must thank everybody, every member of the team who has given their best so far. And I'm sure they will continue giving their best. In fact, I'm making a film on football. It is basically based on the glorious days of Indian football. Not many in our country remember that India had reached the semi-finals of Melbourne Olympics. We lost in the semi-finals. And we won the gold medal in Jakarta Asian Games. We are not, most of the people in our country who are sports lovers, football lovers, are not aware of this. So that also is a story of, the players rising from failure, reaching the phoenix, getting into the semi-finals, beating the best of the teams in the world, and finally winning the gold medal in Jakarta Olympics. So there is hope. In every field, there is hope in every sport. See, today the number of medals have gone up. And who could imagine that we could reach these numbers about 10 years back? So we are a growing country. We are mastering the art in every field of, whether it is sports, whether it's industry, whether it is, anything you put your finger on, India is moving ahead and India is marching ahead. It is basically our temperament, our nature, that we are resilient. If there is a failure, perhaps, there was a song in my film, Zindagi Yahi Reet Hai, Haar ke baad hi jeet hai. I hope this year it is jeet ki saath, jeet ka saath.
How important is Bengal Tigers in your overall professional career?
Muriel, you know me pretty well. You know me for ages. Cricket is something which I've always said. If God comes to me right now and say, I'll give you 10 more years. So I'm 36. I don't want to be 26. Say I'm 46 now. Say you become 36. Whatever you have today, you're going to retain them. What you want to choose, cricket or acting, I will choose cricket. So that's my passion for cricket. And Baba sitting beside me, he knows me when I was playing under Gopal Bose. He knows me from that era. These guys know my passion for cricket. I know them when I entered this industry. I just want to say one thing, Buriala. What Boniji said. In my 26 years of career, I was labeled as unlucky actor for almost a decade. And out here, there are a lot of people there are a lot of new journalists out here, but people who have seen me from last 1998, I entered this profession. When I left, I started my career with television, then I came to films, and then I was being called as an unlucky actor for almost a decade. The big producers, the big directors never touched me. And today, where I stand, I think I have done a little bit what the people have known me. Things changed when Ritudha came into my life, but that was almost a decade, after a decade. So 10 years of CCL, I think my year has come now. So I feel the 10 বছরের যে hitchটা ছিল সেটা কেটে গেল, and this year I'm very hopeful. I am not, I won't say I'm arrogant, or I won't say with what. I'm saying this with humility.
Excuse me.
This team, which I've been captaining this side for the last 10 years, not 10 years, probably 9 years. First year, Jeet was the captain, I was the vice captain. But yeah, 10 বছর ধরে খেলছি, and this I've never seen my team so. The bonding of this year, the team bonding is brilliant. Everyone is looking out for everyone. We are very happy to be together, which was not much there in earlier, because we never used to practice the way we are practicing for almost a year now. We have been playing cricket all around the year. So yes, I am hopeful. Very 10 বছরের হিচটা গেছে. Hopefully this year, we will definitely try and be on the fans.
সচিন তেন্ডুলকর 22 বছর ওয়েট করেছিল ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ জেতার জন্য, ও তো 10 বছর করেছে। সময় অলওয়েজ থাকে, জানেন তো, সময় থাকে। Vishnu, question for you before I go to Bappada. Can you commit, and I'm saying commit publicly, that you will get CCL to Kolkata next year for a game, not just a press meet?
We are very keen to come to Kolkata, and I think if everything goes well, we will definitely come to Kolkata next year. And we need your support, Kolkata Cricket Association support, Bengal government support for all that. So if everything goes well, and if Jishu wants, I think we can definitely come and play in Kolkata.
So basically, outside of ballটা ছেড়ে দিয়ে যিশুর দিকে ডাইভার্ট করে। Dhoniji is making a film on football. I think Vishnu is a better midfielder. Good pass.
With regards to support from media, we definitely need your support to make things happen in Kolkata. And it's a huge stadium. Without your support, we can't do anything here.
Okay, Bappada, when you coach a team like this, you have a superstar in Jishu, you have hugely talented and successful people out there, Shourab, Boni, Indrashich, etc. Shabbai, each one is a success story. How do you deal with them? How do you deal with egos? Because frankly, each one will have his ego, right? They're an achiever. So when you as a coach take over a team like this, what do you do?
Yes, there is ego. I will not say there are no egos with them. But Bappada and Ami, if we are on field, thanks to them, they don't even speak up.
Fantastic.
And I am so proud of them. I mean, they have no coach. Yes, they have a lot of problems. They have some ego problems. But the best part is they come and share that with Bappada and with me too. Especially Ratri একটার সময় there's a phone call coming from Shourab. Jishuda, এটা হয়েছে, এটা তুমি দেখে নেবে। রাত্রি 2টোর সময় Bonnie messages me, I'm really sorry Captain, I couldn't do it. And it is happening for last almost 7-8 months. তুমি কি বলছো?
It became extremely easy for me. People say it's hard. It hasn't been hard at all. Because as Boria was saying, I was there from the inception as well of CCL. I started doing commentary from the first ball when CCL started. Vishnu knows that. And from that day onwards, I used to know every people who used to play for Bengal Tigers. So I was there with the team as well, because after commentary or before commentary, I used to spend time in Jishu Zoo. So I knew all of them, and the best part is, Boria, is as you said, ego did not work here, because the captain, and who's the superstar over here, he has no ego. The first thing he came and told me, if I do a mistake, please don't hesitate to reprimand me. And in front of everybody. That's a huge thing. And if they know that if the captain, being the superstar, says that, where do we stand? So, I've been coaching them for around 18-20 days now, and we've been practicing really hard, extremely passionate. They are actors, of course, but they have literally become cricketers now.
Fascinating, fascinating. That talks a lot about commitment and passion. How emotionally invested are you?
Well, I'm definitely, I would say, a professional product whose journey started from Calcutta, from Bengal. I started my journey as an assistant director to and I've shot for 2 or 3 films of his in this state, right from Darjeeling to Calcutta, Anurod, and then there was, I think Anand Ashram, and Anurod and Anand Ashram, 2 films we've shot here in Calcutta. The first time I visited this place as an assistant, I think we were here for almost 40 days. And we drove from here to Darjeeling. And on my way back from Darjeeling, I was, hauled up by the fans of Rajesh Khanna because I didn't let them go close to him while we were working. And after the fact that they all probably ganged up and decided that I need to be bashed up. So, I need to repay that. I was bashed up and now I'm going to give it back by making sure that our team wins and making sure that I make a mark here in this state where I was bashed up at the beginning of my career. So I want my team to help me to see that I pay back properly to those innocent fans who probably didn't realize what they were doing, and in their enthusiasm to beat Rajesh Khanna, they were just being blocked by me, pushed by me, and after the backup, after the entire crew left, the secondary unit and the third unit probably is the last to leave, and I rushed back to the car after getting ready to be seated right by the, we were traveling in Jaunmas and Jeep because that's what was the mode of transport from Darjeeling to Bagdogra, from where we had to fly out. Sorry, we weren't to fly out, they were to fly out. We drove to Calcutta. Even after being bashed up, I drove because the driver of our car, somewhere between the journey, between Darjeeling and Bagdogra, he fell ill. And after being bashed up, I was bleeding from my nose. And he couldn't drive and we had to reach Calcutta in time. So with my head in this position, I was driving right up to Calcutta. I remember passing Farakka Dam in the night time, and the co-passengers were quite worried that I am not, in the night time the visibility is poor. And those days the visibility was really poor because the lights were not all that powerful and certain roads didn't have lights too. We had to just depend on the car's headlight. We switched from Jeep to the Ambassador and from Bagdogra. But still I remember the journey, and I feel that journey made me a strong man, made me realize that I need to carry on with my team. I need to be with my team, and that's what I'm trying to do in my own way by standing up.
Fantastic.
My team here in Calcutta.
Two things from this story. One, Jishu, you owe it to him to pay him back.
Absolutely. I didn't know the story for last 10 years. I didn't know about this story.
So,
today I know it.
extra motivation, আজকে পরে কিচ্ছু চাইবেন না। Boniji, see, you're a film person. You reenact this in front of them before every game. Right? उसके बाद कोई motivation नहीं लगेगा. Trust me. Just Instagram reel बना के चला दीजिए. All they will just fantastic. Now you know Shah Rukh Khan's equivalent of 70 minutes. Get him into the dressing room, cleaning, match done. Anyway, but the more important point, he stayed by the team. He's been with the team, and this is a team that knows how to bond together. Jishu, when sport is, clearly as you said, cricket is very important to you. You're a successful person. All that lucky, etc., is out the window. What has sport taught you? Because sport for me is a life lesson. What has sport taught you?
You face all your difficulties standing, facing those difficulties. That's what I've learned. I've never ran away. Probably I've kept quiet. I have not. I didn't speak up. But I was standing there facing those difficulties, and that only sports have given me that. ময়দানে যখন খেলতাম আমার এখনো মনে আছে, যেটা অনেক সময় এখনো পাই, সামনে প্রচুর ভালো ভালো কথা বলতাম আর ঘুরে গেলেই we used to say that এত বড় বড় কথা বলছে, বাইরে আসুন দেখে নেবো। সেটা কোনোদিন মাঠে হতো না। মাঠে যদি ঝামেলা হতো তো সামনে we used to face it. That I have learned and that I have applied in my life too. So yes, that is something which I have learned from the ground. From Maidan, I have learned that Maidan is a film which, Moniji's film, which is releasing also this year. I've learned from Maidan that you should stand there, whatever difficulties you face, you have to face it there, deal with it, but get peace with it, and then come out of the ground. Or else, if you carry them with you, you're going to be if you're carrying weight with yourself, it's going to walk you down day by day. But ground has actually taught me that to get peace with it, face it, fight it out, come out of the ground.
Fantastic. Vishnu, you mentioned the fact that it was difficult to sustain the league and all of that. But how difficult has it been? Because if I take the cumulative fee of all of the people involved, even the 8 captains, it's impossible to afford them. Because they're all superstars at that time. It's not passion that they've come together. How difficult or how easy was that?
See, genuinely speaking, bringing all of them together is an impossible task for any of us. If you see, you can't make a multi-star film these days because no 2 actors can coexist on the screen, because each has their own fan base or the expectations of public or expectations among themselves. But it's much easier for us to get them onto the cricket field because it's their passion that's driving them. And the 8 captains, I run a film award show, and I know how it's tough to bring one actor to an award show. Whereas in CCL, we have multiple superstars. At the same time, they come with so much of passion, and it's one message that excites them to come to the tournament. The easiest thing is to bring all of them to the ground, to the tournament, because they're passionate about the game. It's their love for the game that is driving CCL. You take the responsibility of hosting the game in Kolkata, and you're more than happy to come here and play.
So I asked Vishnu, is there DRS? He said yes, so then it's okay.
Orion, I want to say, I've seen a lot of people in my life. I've been to a lot of places, but this person I've met 10 years back, I didn't know him, who he was, and what he was. I still remember there was a game in Kochi, if I'm not wrong, and we were playing against Kerala, Malayalam team. We were playing Kerala Strikers. We were playing against them, and in between we were losing, and then I played well, and we got to a point where we were winning almost. Last over, we lost for 1 run, if I'm not wrong, right? And I got out in the last over. I came out, just crossed the road. I started crying. Not only crying, I was howling. And there were cameras and all. Today I laugh about it, but I was howling. I remember this man in a white shirt and blue jeans come up to me, holding me, taking me inside the dressing room, giving me a towel, and he's telling me cry. It's okay, cry. And then I look up, I see this man, his name is Vishnu Induri. He said, don't go out right now, go to the bathroom, wash your face, open your pads and everything, change your stuff. He was there, the match was over, we lost the match. Prize issues was happening, and he was there with me. He's supposed to be there outside. He was supposed to be there at the presentation, and he was with me. And he took me out because I had to go and speak, and he was there. From that day, why I'm saying all this is not only that he's he has put everything together, and CCL is happening, getting everyone together. There are reasons why. Apart from us, apart from Bengal Tigers, I've seen other team players, I've seen other captains, I've seen other superstars. One, of course, we are passionate about cricket. But the other thing why we all come to play CCL is this man, whose name is Vishnu Induri.
So, Rappada, I'll give you the last word. Coaches are fired. You don't perform, you'll get fired. Are you under pressure?
When you come to such a stage, you're always under pressure. And I've been under pressure from when I started playing for Bengal. So I know what pressure is. So, the way the team is shaping up, the way the team is passionate, the way the team practicing. The amount of practice matches we played this year, I think win or lose, we can't predict. But we'll definitely compete this year, and we are going to definitely compete hard.
That's all that matters.